Hey guys and girls, this is Twist with YYC Designz, Custom RC Creations. No, this is not a vlog necessarily. This is just my chance to update you on what's going down in the shop lately, new projects, that sort of things. Couple of opinions because I do get asked questions, so I try to answer your questions on here. And it allows me to attempt to at least have a bit of a meaningful conversation with you one-on-one. So, starting off with the shop, anyway, we've had a little issue. Our shop roof blew off. My shop, my big shop, this is the little shop, this is inside my home, but the shop that is out behind my home is made of 10 mil thick aluminum, and that's about it. So I do have some insulation in there. I want to insulate it a lot more. Of course, as homeowners or even as renters, we all know that doing things to our homes comes down to money, money, money. And Tams and I don't have a lot to begin with, so we haven't been able to insulate the shop. We spent the $3,000 buying the thing. I built it myself. And we just haven't got it insulated, and that's why the wood stove is good. It's homemade. I made a few errors when I made it, and I've got to do some design changes to it here this summer. But basically, you know, it works, and it's warm enough that I can at least work out there and continue on with our projects that end up here on YouTube. However, we had a windstorm here recently in Calgary. It's presently still winter out there. In fact, looking out the window, it's snowing again. We are April 6th today, and we got snow. That is not cool. Usually we are in and around plus 10 or so, which is low 40s to our American brothers and sisters. We're thinking about our motorcycles and getting them tuned up and getting them running for the season, and most of us have even had a couple of rides. Mine is still in another shop at my ma's house. It's in the garage over there, which is blocked by 2 feet of ice and snow still at the door where I try and get the bike out. So I can't even get it on the road, never mind over to my house, which is across the city from my ma. So yeah, biking's out right now. It just ain't going to happen, at least for a few more weeks. And while it is not snowing heavy, it is enough to be a real pain in the ass. You don't even really have to shovel it all that much. A broom takes care of it. But well below seasonal averages. Excuse me just a second here. So yeah, well, I had to go get a little drink here. Needed a Coke. I get a dry throat trying to talk to y'all. Excuse me just a sec while I have that little slurp. Yeah, well, we are usually in the neighborhood of, whoops, camera ran away. Well, we're usually in the neighborhood of anywhere from 0 to 10 C on the positive side. Today we are actually 17 C below, which is right around 10 degrees for our American brothers and sisters, and we are normally in the 40 to 50 degree range this time of year. So, which is you know, for Canadians, that's like me. I'm a Canuck living in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Was born and raised here. That is usually, or our average temp right now is usually around 7 to 12-ish. So it's a lot colder than what we're used to this time of year. Regardless of what the groundhogs say, winter is really hanging in here. And according to the weather guys, there is no immediate change in our future. We are looking at this for quite a while yet. Apparently, I hope not. But It does not stop me building in the shop, but what does is when I lose the roof off my shop, which is what happened here about 6 days ago. I was out there working on Ubi, and all of a sudden I'm looking up and I see sky, because my roof has just left and folded over on itself, and half my shop was exposed, which means all my tools and equipment, RCs included, and a bunch of other rather expensive gear. So this week, instead of filming, I was doing shop repairs. So that is why I need to apologize to you all as to why our videos are coming out so late this week, or the lack thereof this week until today. I just uploaded the first Ubi build, or Ubi part on the video. So there's something for you to watch that's new, is Ubi. Starting with him actually. This is going to be a vehicle for my wife. Ubi, my wife Tams, by the way. Ubi is a 56 Willis wagon, 4x4 replica, 10 scale, built on mostly axial frame and drivetrain. The frame I made, I copied an axial SCX-10-2 set of frame rails I got from a dude that lives close to here that's a friend of mine. And so I basically copied out the pattern and I made them out of aluminum. In fact, here's one of the rails here. This is, I believe, this is the left frame rail. So it's out of aluminum. And I explained that in the video. So Ubi's going to have a lot more aluminum in them than what Voodoo or a couple of the others do. Enough about that, because I would prefer if you just go watch the video and you will see the link. Sorry, I'm not good at this. You will see the link right up here. I will put a card there. And yeah, you can go watch Ubi. It's going to be a really cool project. So, and it's going to be for Tams, so I better make it a cool project, and I better make it one kick-ass 4x4, yeah? So, anyway, on that note, since I do, or have showed you some stuff we make, here's another one. This is a snowplow I'm making for Dorothy. I didn't have the money to get all the shocks and stuff that I wanted for it. I know I could have gone with cheaper shocks, but these are, I know that's backwards to y'all, but they're KYX shocks. And the rest of it I copied from, I don't know who made the one I copied this from, but this is made here in the shop. I just engraved the blade with a little bit of engraving and then colored it red so you could see it. I am a master engraver, so I'm actually going to engrave this blade just to make it look a little cool. The tape is holding up some what are they, corner posts that show you where the corner of the blade is from the cab of the truck. So I'm just adding these little on, and I'm going to mount a couple of headlights on here or here on the front of the blade. So I didn't film making this thing, you know, but anyway, so we make snow plows. Usually I make them out of steel. This one I made out of aluminum. It took me forever to hand cut and file and shape all of these pieces. I don't do a lot with aluminum because my gas welding of aluminum is pretty crappy. I make a very solid joint, but it's not good looking. I can't get the bead and the welds to look really nice yet. Aluminum gas welding is still new to me, so I do a lot of practicing, but I will not put it on a vehicle until it looks really, really nice. So, and I do not possess a TIG welder yet, and I do not have an argon setup for my MIG welder, so that it will enable me to do aluminum. However, I am experiencing with aluminum flux cord wire, meaning, excuse me, let me put this down just a sec, meaning that there is flux in the welding wire itself so that you do not need an argon setup. So I'm experimenting with that on the MIG and seeing if I can make some nice welds, and then I will offer pieces for sale that require welding as well. We do offer, like the snowplow there, we do offer parts and accessories for sale. We accept commission work, you know, so if you want me to build you a metal RC, by all means, we do that. I will copy anything you want, except like drift cars and stuff. I don't do drift cars, and I don't yet do construction equipment, mainly because, well, I really don't have some of the tools I need to do them and make them really super cool. I am going to buy a mill. It's not going to be a CNC mill because I can't afford a CNC, but I am going to buy a mill, and that will allow me to build better parts because I can mill them myself and keep the costs down. Right now, the reason I don't sell construction equipment is because I cannot get the cost to where your average working guy could afford the piece when it's complete, like a front end loader. I'm still up in around the $5,000 cost range, and I need to bring it down much lower so that I could sell it retail. I don't want to sell it retail for any more than about $3,500. And now we're talking a big honking loader, okay? We're not talking a little 64 scale. I'm talking 12 or 16 scale, capable of lifting 100 pounds, that sort of thing. So we're talking something beefy and strong. But I still want to get the end cost to the consumer down to anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 on a piece of construction equipment, which is hard to do because the hydraulics are very expensive. So I am also experimenting with not using hydraulics. You will see that in our upcoming projects, Miss Moose and London Calling. Both are going to be 14 scale vehicles. Moose will have 5, maybe 6 axles, because I may add a drop axle into her. And London Calling will be an 8x8. Moose will be a replica of a 70-ton rotating wrecker. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to give her a sliding boom or just a rotating boom. She'll definitely be a rotator, but I might make the boom slide as well. London Calling will be an 8x8 off-road wrecker, a completely different design from Moose, thereby making them both very interesting builds to see. Neither of those builds will contain a single hydraulic system. I'm going to build the things completely without hydraulics. A good buddy of mine, Mark, who is Cyanide Tube here on YouTube, I really recommend that you have a look at his channel, but not until you finish looking at my channel first, okay? But Mark is a really cool dude, and he suggested to me, instead of the way I was going to do it, he suggested to me Actuonics servos, or not servos, well, they're linear servos is what they really are. Linear actuators, linear servos, however that term is proper. And they're going to be really cool. Those will be going into Miss Moose and also into Ubi, or not Ubi, London Calling. London Calling will also be a Euro-style wrecker, meaning she will be a Mercedes Actros cab, right-hand drive. Moose will be a, sorry, where am I in my notes because I'm losing my brain here. Moose will be a 1939 Diamond T cab, and then the wrecker behind. So that's where she's going to be a little different from anything modern. That's where I'm throwing in my old iron kick that I have, because I love the old iron. And I might even change London culling to something a little older than a Mercedes Actros. But the Mercedes Actros was one way, or a Scania, but a Mercedes is a little easier to build, and that's why I'm going to go with the Mercedes instead of a Scania or a man cab. They are different, believe it or not, guys that watch us in Europe. They're when you build them by hand, the Mercedes is definitely easier, trust me. And when you build them out of metal, shaping and forming and all that is what I'm talking about. So it will be a Euro style without a doubt, and that's ergo the name, London Calling. And I got that because I have another buddy on YouTube here, which is RC Trucking UK Scotty 555 Babe. He is also a YouTube channel for you guys who are into the 14 scale tractors and trucks and trailers and all that jazz. He is a really cool channel to check out. He shows guys how to put kits together. He shows you some awesome tips and tricks on how to do everything, right from the building, gearboxes, painting. He has some awesome painting techniques for guys, and he does it all at home, all low budget as well. So he's another cool guy to check out if you're into the 14 scale stuff. But don't do it until you finish watching my channel first, okay? And subscribing here, okay? So since I told you about those two guys, Cyanide Tube and RC Trucking UK Scotty 555 Babe, you're not allowed to go check those guys out until you are subscribed to me. Anyway, they are two great channels to check out, and both of those guys are giving me advice on the wreckers and helping me out with ideas and so on, because Scotty actually lives in the UK. Great dude, really cool guy, has a beautiful, beautiful family. Mark, Cyanide Tube, is in New Zealand. So that is where I get my down under or Euro styling ideas from, and they give me help when I need it. And just really good guys. Okay, so the other builds we got going on, the double cabin cruiser projects, are replicas, 1/16 scale replicas of 50-foot cabin cruisers. Another one I will be starting this summer is one that I'm building for me. It will be a 16 scale replica of a 60-foot cabin cruiser. It as well will be built out of metal. And I don't think I forgot anybody. Booby, London Calling, Miss Moose, the double cabin cruisers, and Miss Voodoo. Oh, Miss Voodoo. We haven't done a video on her for a while, and that's because I've been doing a lot of body work, and yeah, she's pretty big, so the body work's taken me a while to get her cab and everything formed. But you'll see another video coming up on her real soon. And so yeah, there we have her. That's what's going on in the shop right now. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very cool projects with 6 vehicles. And yeah, I think there's a lot for everybody to enjoy here. And we will get back on schedule with the filming on all of them now that I have my shop repaired. I have gotten some new equipment here at the shop, mostly studio equipment. I've got another piece coming. Hopefully it'll make the videos better. It's going to give me the ability to get into much tighter close-up shots for y'all so that you can see details as I'm working. So hopefully you like to see that. On the topic of what you would like to see, I wish y'all would leave me some comments and or suggestions down below in the description or in the comment section here, if you wouldn't mind, of what you would like to see in my projects, like what part of the builds you would like to see, so that I can do more film work on those parts. Right now, as a new channel, I am kind of guessing at what y'all would like to look at and what y'all would like to see me video. So if you would like more footage on a certain aspect or certain part of the build, please leave me comments and suggestions, and I promise you, you'll see much more footage of what you would like to see specifically and what y'all as a group would like to see. I definitely will take those comments and suggestions very seriously, because after all, making y'all happy is my goal here. Now, a lot of questions come in about my metal RCs and their weight. Okay? Miss Voodoo, please go watch the video. I will put a card up here so that you can connect directly to her. Is about 50% through her chassis body construction. She presently weighs 10 pounds. Now that isn't much for an 8th scale vehicle that is out of metal. So while guys are harping about, oh, wait, I see guys are adding all this brass and crap onto their axles and bolting it onto the differentials or stuffing crap in their tires, adding more weight to 10 scale and 8 scale RCs, trying to get the damn tires to do their job. Well, the secret is quit running plastic crap. If you're going to, like, okay, I admit, we all have to run the plastic crap. I shouldn't call it crap. It's not. It's just, it's not my favorite material. And it is also not the most robust material in the world. And I really get pissed off paying $400 and $500 for a 10 scale RC, and the body might last 6 months because it rolls over a couple of times in the cold that we get here in Canada, and the damn thing is cracked and broken. And now I got to go spend anywhere from $40 to $100. Or if I want to buy the hard plastic body, I'm looking at $400 in some cases for a body for the damn thing. That's why I build out of metal. Is you can roll them over. Sure, they're going to get scratched. They're going to get little dents, but you can fix all that for next to nothing, repaint it, and off you go again. And you're not spending a whole ton of money. You're spending maybe $10 and a couple hours worth of time. You're going to spend a couple hours worth of time swapping out the body and all your accessories on a plastic job anyway, so you can't include the time. And you're adding all this shit onto the wheels, trying to make the tires work properly. Well, that's where my metal RCs actually don't need any help, and yet the tires do the job they were meant to do. So while you guys are going out there and spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on all these real cool kick-ass tires, let me tell you, they all work. Whether you're buying Mudslingers or whether you're buying Pit Bulls, all their various brands, whether you're buying Interco, the Super Swamper, and all their various brands, I don't care who you buy, RC 4-wheel drive, all of these tires have some real kick-ass, real-world tread patterns. And while, yes, some depends on compound and foam that is in the tires, the biggest point is there's no weight on them. So how can those treads work when they have no weight on them to make a footprint? Now, yeah, if you're a sponsored guy and you get your vehicles and your parts for free and you can afford to smash the shit out of them, well, fine. I would much sooner you just give those parts to me and I will do something useful with them without breaking them. But if you insist on doing that, then you better be sponsored or you better have some real deep pockets. I am geared toward, and this channel is geared toward guys that work for a living and have to pay for this out of their own pocket. Ergo, I make things that are budget friendly, wallet friendly. And I'm telling you guys, lighter is not better. Just because you move all your weight to the bottom doesn't mean you've got enough weight to make those tires do their job. So enough harping on me already about making metal RCs. I make metal RCs, and the tires actually do their job without ripping up differentials, gearboxes, all of that. And when Voodoo is done and when Ubi is done, Moose, all the rest of them are out there running. I will show you running videos, and I will damn well prove it to you. I've been doing this for over 25 years, and I've never had a problem with metal RCs being too heavy. If I have designed ones that are upwards of 25 pounds, and I've run 2 motors in them, double motor setup. If you want to do 80 mile an hour with my vehicles, put 2 motors in them. Knock yourselves out. But I am talking just crawlers here. Anyway, enough of my rant, but please, don't harp on me anymore about weight. Okay? My vehicles come out at anywhere from 12 to in between 16, 17 pounds at the heaviest for 8 scale. I'm right around 12 to 14 pounds, double the weight of a regular 10 scale vehicle that's made out of plastic. But so anyway, that is why I make parts out of metal, and those parts and accessories and vehicles are all for sale, just in case you're interested. If you want a vehicle, contact me. And I do work by contract, and I do have very friendly payment schedules, just to let you know. You'll start seeing some more videos coming up real quick on Miss Voodoo, on the double cabin cruiser builds, on the Miss Moose project, on the new projects, which is Miss Moose, London Calling, and Ubi. And also coming up very shortly, probably within the next 30 days or so, I am going to start building I'm having a brain fart, can you tell? A rock bouncer. I'm going to build a rock buggy, so tubular frame, all of that, all steel. It should look really wicked. Haven't decided on a name for that one yet, so still working on that, but she's going to be 10 scale. Yeah, she'll be 10 scale, probably. I might go 8, who knows. I like the big stuff. Anyway, I am going to build a new rock bouncer as well. So there is going to be a lot going on this spring and into the summer. And thank you so much. We are up to 20 subscribers now. I am thrilled about that. Yeah, I know, 20 guys, but to me it's a big deal. I'm a new channel. To me it's cool. To me it's a very big deal that we have 20 subscribers. And yes, I'm still hoping to grow, but 20 is cool. We've only been on 3 months, and okay, well, I know other channels grow a lot quicker, but hey, I'll take what I can get, and I'm really thrilled at 20 subscribers. So I want to say thank you to all 20 of my subscribers. Y'all have no idea how much y'all are appreciated by Tams and I, and I really appreciate y'all watching the channel. Thank you. It's way cool. So please leave me comments and suggestions of what you'd like to see, and I will start getting you more footage on that, on all of those projects I just showed you. We are hoping to increase our tools. I'm looking at some new tools. I mentioned the mill. I'm hoping, it's probably going to take me till like September, but I'm hoping to look at a TIG or a plasma cutter. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. I'm also going to build a little micro sandblaster. So if I do, I will show you how to do it. And all of that. So that's what's going on here. YYC Designz Custom RC Creations. What's upcoming, and apologies again for the delay in the film work. Anyway, until next time, on whichever project y'all are following, I hope you follow them all, but I will see you in the next project that y'all are following. Until then, take care. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great weekend, y'all. Bye-bye.